as a coach ama dwumadie ene ama nyina so etime kwaso no se ono manager no ane ne staff ama mfi Senegal team no man kwa Senegal maima ane Senegal na se teman count to ono se ono amesia kan fa mo biem kwapem sa satan ne ka team we anso obetema free ho na niema ekwaso se omura mo World Cup ene ama na egu so ekwaso ene ama na eto twan nya dia eno so natimi twae enti sa satan ne ka team we ane ba to anso ya dwumade ma Senegal ono papi gay anso ngane Senegal na se team no aton kwanta ma pai ono mo anso ngani ago kanse bia biem eno ngan sama udu say eno so to tare won sama no eno natimi tema wo dwumade no so ama dwumade ne ma nyina no eno so natimi kwakama anso etimi jamana yoramo asan frani amfan sampi amakabi mame Cape Verde omusom na president His Excellency Jose Maria Vesna onum na president anama Cape Verde ode sama Europe ya tudana nyame adomado tirabra ye nyina be pebia because Cape Verde omo ba World Cup asem amanfo right omo afune mo adwuma omo baba ya meso bia ansum na bo mudini ade ama dwuma de enso etime koso no ana Jose Maria Neves asay yen kai mo biente se mo bia enkwatra bi ka say ana omba bom ngade e defending champions e Argentina enti ade dia omo last of we dia akura last of ni ate ora na say mumunyaika na ono president ana ma Cape e wo gidi anya gidi bi akeke esom ngade chen krai say team and dim ngade kopiama Cape abesa Argentina ai Argentina ade afimo na osan the score line and predictions no and some let me buy who tie me na nunreya uramum na Kevada omo president and did sure say Maria Neves asay Kevat aba win 1-0 way a correct score. Hey, ngado rade diaba ya tawon sama udwaro ado some netime demao or say adebia no a ensi awo wiase and anything is possible at the moment na first kampono omo Kevat amino omo ba World Cup no omo ya small nation na omo aim ne say omo surprise ni pa omo wiase na omo some na tro omo din omo tro omo own destiny and some World Cup and netime baso omo adwa pass on be and some World Cup and ne say on be face the champions ampa omo face Argentina and team omo me go omo ani masekra on be some Argentina and some yoma film and on some Jose Maria Neves president and some Natama Cape Verde mino on ngade 2007 yet me Natama and no kwana kasa who kwa Cape Verde player on some just number 13 and some suddenly Lopez Cabral now player the same we were Gideon Passe Leo Messi no omo treating it say the players amaka omo treat omo bianco kasa and a player wey Leo Messi when they buy so usro any ade dabi and after so crowd officer omo some matches no say Cardi B now buy ni Xavier yan fama no okodi buga ni ehu kwan pass esa jo fala yan ntiano ade a waye enu kwan se oya punishment bi asaro yan fam no momo bianco treating Messi say ono ngayo bi anase player eto bi omu nyina no awrama run of 32-hour World Cup bas afei player ne dini Sani Lopez Cabral asa yan kan mo bi ante say omu de omba body e Messi no players awodu amaka obi abeka say eye Messi na ne bu eti Messi pa na ye ne gira go pramaso esi akan Leo Messi awiase nyina no dodo na wagire pass oye greatest of all time and nay and na chia yam so and tina Messi beti bola now mo say Messi fabra for be say maza ensio etodo urama Sydney Lopez Cabral asoma pass what can say money janadi kaka ade atramosa 11 against 11 our pitch na so nyame adoma dot na nani pampe against Messi hey bra nya habai na watia we nyina no aya Kevat ensama omonsam ngade to update to aworo yetem ngade emal na me franchise rafrain e kansam na coach adema Austria omo ball ade tia na suspend na anwumra masesa wo duane ma nyina no arsam ngate makoso coach ne say Lamine ama ono ngade tumadi ahodu oti oye different player na ono ankasa ne tumadi a omonsam na person mo di Austria some bet my Spain aja from no ombe here pass omama na little space anyasa omuti players 4-5 kwakwagina yama asoni ade omo kwakwa bobo asade omusem nanim yama ajuma bia na eso amoye na omujuma dia wudu omudi niam nyina no alosem na betuma kwaso no Ralph Ryan kana Austria oma ready adama na sam okopema Spain national team na ne ansama koti ansam na de betu twa update wa nyina no yetime ngade ama wo so na lami yama kasan na ewo I to post images be on somehow to Twitter mama fantu anim say yama on facing kukulansa na no adane ye be catch say Madrid fana confirm na kukula enso etime dina bani ade and I say ono on the boss national team no na mama ko Barca any Madrid dia bra obetima we so ba fa no enso adana to the proper position obetima twi ade a player na dina makukula enso awo we no akwada ketwa la min sama or the two Jawan Sama Udrano, yet ngati amo so and no US qualify for the first time since Urama the year 2002. Our Britain's US national team no every knockout stage game and some World Cup against Mexico 2-0 and no among the 10 against 11. Every name Ukopema 2-0 and it's here Bosnia and Herzegovina for the first time since 2002 no among winning knockout stage game and no World Cup I want some update a woman in know yet ngati amo so Portugal ewo game about against Croatia midnight ina game abaso ewo Canada do dwana ewo dire pass mba den Luka Modric versus Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Aveiro kebi some video na ready for me ekoba sa Portugal and Ronaldo omo touch it down ewo Canada Toronto what does it na any man na dum sadia Canada man for elbow player Nedini Ronaldo aso and ya Mr. Siwu ni ade and ya na kwaso sa videos ni nyina no ya demo and some no school so come say Ronaldo touch it down and some no Canada and some no Monteso come say so and ya dina baba gon to me Mr. I'm back adumai oh baba ya midnight time adumai and ya man some na to makoso and some na to me adeba kwa to draw Portugal omo national team camp obama Lionel Andrea Messi na Messi so koba say omo free Kansas City and some na call Miami masa US for ni there omo no walk up when I found Messi and Mbappe and Ronaldo and I'm in free Iran me free why bra esa yan satiwa ya ba satuntie nie okoba sa omo som na dru airport out better say omo Ramo Miami no and Leo Messi security bonus search ni ade ya mpase bibi besina wakasa and Messi die ye treat na ade ntie nie ani ajama na ore Messi reactions na ono kana na say ankofo omo nimi ana me ni Messi no me na ankofo to no ma me Messi Junior na saya na sere kra our brother na security mai e try e dia sane sense ohene je try na ya masa dia kado ni nyina dia dama som no school so update one woni nyina no ye teme ade ama o so Anthony Gordon sare ba ko ha no anesa ye ba start game na on the bench and your boy na baba sane de nema be dempa say mo ya ma twe somebody na betra bench de be ha no o se ade ba ko ha no anesa obaba ball number in about na bench on pa baako kra na eduma bia aso no krampo no control ne ho ansa na watime adjust to saniama ado som na time kwaso na no ada onom na free bench we 2 assists atema chima ne dina England ansana omutime na qualify enchone dia no so person kan say ade baako on pa o wiase baller onom na time bone say on ba de na bakwa tra bench ene mo tima kwaso ni nya dia enom na time bua no kra enom na sama udwe fra aba ya don't some now Willis no essay Michael Olise a player or the best in the world say na ora ne some person can say Michael Olise no Ballon d'Or ono kasa juma di ono so medine nyina no ono ne deserve say so oje owura ne dine wili sagno ese olise na ase mu ana munim de ya kana asam na na aya Michael Olise na Olise no oye player o deserve Ballon d'Or ni bo ne bo e de cho bia wo wiase ya ka Olise sam no ya say player ne dine ko prema Mbappe try so ba convince Olise amana trying Real Madrid team no na ya say Olise ebe ho do meeting with Bayern Munich. Now we're discussing the future. Now, start discussion about so. Yes, say. Tudwa na ojiri pasa nsha no Lisa waka chaba ifanu pen for say mama menko etiasim Mbappe tutu jagum so jagum na bra Madrid the team o wiase a obia da so na oba me no connection me no combination aba ya da be so etiasim Olise and some no meet on ne Bayern Munich tennis board no ebe discussing the future na enra kwaba say Florentino Perez ekosia Bayern Munich some president Orana ne dianu kopiema when some Herbert Heiner na supporters omuramo said Jumadi Nasno omukwa kacha Florentino Perez Srawada for Michael Olise abra na Jumadi Nkwaso ewa imagine ni ana Florentino Perez atane ano kacha Herbert say what the supporters ne kano almost our police or married oti obere bibia ye bibi na boy no ado som na timra na owura na nitina betaina ono ana ne se gusua o tre na o sere no ensema ekwaso ni tim de bebre bra e bi kra o kaja say mama asiro na wan na kokko bi de o ton ne kwa bra na e bibi ntio na ye kwampo no bibia hia ya ne ate entim akoba sa Perez ene betaina kwasia no their supporters ne be kan no ana Perez so kacha president na ya jai kakra ado som netime dama wo Jumadi no so ama Jumadi so etime kwaso Manchester City force omanya announcement no ansom netime diaba Elliot Anderson anasai Man City team no waba Man City's most expensive signing ever ama Jumadi so kwaso me de munchiemu eba na before somebody chemu no ansom nebetuma bani na no say na Jumadi no ado som netime tie Elliot Anderson Adiano reporter about said the contract no until June 2032 £160 million sika Man City for no and some netime fast abana me won sam no na Man City most expensive and as a players Elliot Anderson £160 million, Jack Grealish £100 million, Josko Validio £77 million, Ruben Diaz £65 million, Antoine Semenyo £64 million, Omar Mamouche and some 63 million pounds plus, Rodri 62 million pounds, Matthias Nunes 60 million, Kevin De Bruyne 55 to 60 million. After player, Nedini Kopiama Jeremy Doku 55 to 60 million, and Kevin Phillips and Sotwaswa, and Daniel 45 million. Ya don't somehow Drano, I don't some let him demo. Way Elliot Anderson, a Coba sent the Man City Fono, and so the announcement Taba, and ya don't somehow Jabia Tabas, and ya Kobe San say I am not cray. Sabasa, I return our when I say 1:1 Runo, Sana Tano Sampa, or James Omana, and say I return is a play for Uraman, Amon say Jadino, Amoton Betamatrashim, and my Jumada Kamanta, and a basa the announcement and a bias say almost some return at the Ramu, our La Liga, almost 1:1 financial Runa, Omar receive former approval at the free league and paying for runner. Nediri Jabia Tabas Adanua, Yatawan Samano, and some Netamema or Jumadiano so. Naya Sebasa Kota, Nediano Kopiama and Suffolk, and Yajatumsa Okwa German fitness coach or Trastanapa, or Omo Fanamra, Na Jumadia straight to me across from what Tiria Passa, or more players in the interest Kakra, and some Bama and Chamamua, and my Jumadia straight to Manco Sorano, and some Penu fitness coach, Yatawan Samama. now William Satima ne didn't Tottenham target so mo pe elite junior Krupi amana be saka demo report amensa kan say Arsenal and PSV no bottom of Africa over 80 million pounds sa sawai ready some mo pe junior Krupia betua na jamadi ne manyina no ado some teme kwaso Romero adensama tuta na ne sa paso kan say after the wadiatum wakana no atum na de nti wakana no atum ne say sa kwatana ye friend of Vinicius Junior amana kana no atum say bam na ne nyina ne say ensem bia na no bontai ana Vini ekọ Brazil na say team camper ontimi mo na ai baba na kra no wasa aso vai promo bia enkwatena ba bi enkwaka sansam na de Vinicius Junior aye edema Brazil a World Cup kakria ya wono bra na ni so na ya de ba ko etimi bo ma tumade so etimi kwaso ari ansama Romero enso ngari to down some update eno e wo mini nyina no ye etimi ngade ma o so ama tumade ni nyina so etima kwa kama eno netime dema R9 Ronaldo Nazario Dalima also abo Mbappe abaso no say Mbappe party akuna no what did not crano to be a da born and cassa body Odimbo Emma Jomadian sweat to make us take be piansome from Mbappe Emma Demonos elbow Dema Tima ne dinner France and in the football career Emma Jomadian sweat to make us now came Mammy Kobe Menu Mame Kobe Menu and I'm a dinner one Samano and sweat to make Jabana Oka England squad or media Juma walk up a cosui now any Yakwa walk up Obia who Kobe Menu na man first start a race concerns say against DR Congo, against Croatia, against Ghana, against Panama, by no single minute when I'm from the Lions of England. I had Thomas Tuchel says so England a man first start to be the same question says so man and moi and you want to acquire Danny a day a team no I am somehow dread for a bar yet don't somehow do no no sweat to make them so far teams I confirm you more and some around of 16 say and I Jamadiano I don't some let me and the almost pictures and no better my Barcelona Canada born at the Morocco Brazil no way and no basso after Paraguay and some other France and basso Mexico and Oklahoma England and also Betoja and San Noah US and some other Belgium no almost some Oklahoma almost qualified no mumino and some better Messia Nina matters how do about some around 16 ya don't some no and some let's make them out now come Mexico the Cobas almost so qualified no Omukoti Street and I came on my side image no Omukoti Street or the Yene and a buy a report a betoja and a sir Nipamian Abusoma film. Now Koba saw a when it's a game now or my advance a Ramon or run of 16 in no 19-year-old woman or no Efimo 44-year-old man, or no some Efimo 48-year-old man, and as a woman, or no some let's me finish and say Omo arene sa game na omo timi advance no omo kwatwi street engineer na omo do so anya semeto a na bimo ekwatwi fa sa ni paiso a se ode sa ye no ensom natuma bara wo sam no enso be twatwa wo sam a wodu nyina no ye timi ngate ma wo so subject no wasonsom natimete na me fanto ensa okototena ma report ne sam a wodu etwatwa etese omo no Omugusu a omoya signings ema Jomadi enso etimi kwaso na Sandro Tonari enso dia no omoso omo nkomo dia wodu nyina no enso nwuram Jomadi awodu kwaso no ente omo no ba no enso betima wie na nkomo dia bia na enso etimo no bibia enso etima kwaso adama mo eno Jomadi a eno so fro ba edan sam no enso etima dema Rodrigo enso egusu a recover na gunu sane se ene Rodrigo e di images ahodo ababontem after say Opraya went to Manco walk up from a Brazil, Rodrigo Ayetema, say Kunu Saibate say, or some Nagusa recover ante, on a swab pets, so be a Trabusna, where you know some somehow dry to jar. Ya don't summon out of some net man and say for any way. Now you're fancy at the Akano and also intimate to us.
Kibo hot pepper. Kibo hot Moko shoo. This advert is FDA approved.
When I wake up in the morning, I brush my teeth.
Oh, Fabia, now what you say? And who did you know?
Mom, Patros, I toothpaste not that the buyer no. Semi distribution, and no men no shame, no me boss of no me.
Wait, no excuse. Abo fratie. Was sorry, no pa. It was what the tree was saying. And son, where did you? Now, no, so Ediana Yanisre. What you true say?
Yes, ma'am. Medical Kids toothpaste now, or the buy and run. And a tree missing.
Why are dear? Cal Kids toothpaste, dear. Yeah, mamma, frat is someone with the infame you know, opimum fiancia.
I am the dead, that is a strawberry. Now be semi dimple.
There be any a toothpaste and yet toffee. Why? Yes, I the Cal Kids toothpaste. Be mamma, fra with the infame you know, opimum fiancia, dear to tree one say. Every say, a boy a sea in one bottle. Ana ashie e pamumwa wa mwa e hase ne mana ho den mapa me bomodin se me de Kel Kids toothpaste be ma me metwitri wo mo se abribia Kel Kids toothpaste e ma mo frasi twitri ye ni jese
Kel, happy smile.
Yatwaso ahaya koma 87 Ponen FM mamenko Milton Keynes ba hu se easy for sedu. That's it, people. I can't lie. I say, Obayi, uvi olai or wada. You be doing comoti. Isifu, say do Milton Keynes, UK. Salute, Kessie, Emco, Emma. Or say more fire. Akoma Sports. Keep the good work up. I'm Ivandi from Atumaboko. Okay, thank you. Kudos to you, Pepe Shores and Abisapani Samir Champon, for making my birthday superb. God bless you. Richard Ofori in Ketia and so dear Eni. Afrani Christian or say I'm so fresh. Watching you live from Ejiso. Senegal really disappointed Africa. So Ghana should be very careful. The approach is we must open up. So fresh dear, I don't know. Ibrahim Ismail. Hey, counting on Africa to do well in the World Cup is like counting on Arsenal to win the UEFA Champions League. Akobatia gwa. Okay, easy. Yati, was it Sofo Suarez, Michael Asamoah, Enso die, and Nyako, Francis Nyako, Yati wonka, Nyame Enshao. Was good evening, Nyako Yajo. So why? Na Nyako Francis Twaso was some more updates on Ghana. I was appointing Samir Champon. I holla you and your team. Yada Simo Nyame Inshao. Thomas Tuchel must be very careful because all the Three Lions ex-players are waiting for him to fail so that Jimmy Carragher and co can criticize him. Gabriel, no story, and so dear Enye. Filippo, Kwabre Kasem, Master Dambroka Kente Thread Shop. Or say, please update me on the latest transfer news from the camp of Manchester United and wishing Spain bad luck tonight. Hey, Filippo, what do you know? Say, Champion Piero, Eddie Abram, Nina, come, Anane. Kunsu Kojo Krum also watching you live tonight. Croatia, Ebeye Portugal. Croatia Bayi Portugal for from Fala. Anane Edwin Kunsu Kojo Krum Ena Eba. Gentwaso was are you still live on Omamba TV? Charles, Mensa Charles. Problem Kitu Abu Wa or more try some fix it. Ibrahim Fai is so good. Okay, Ibrahim Yadasi Yeguso the whole world is quiet listening to Pepe Chavez and Abusapani Samir Champon. If Kumasi Asante Kodoko release Hamza Obi to Ediana, I'll be very surprised if that happens. Escobar Damien and also anyway, Abba Isaac Akroma always obeying. If we Germany, Yana Wachia Samuel Ofe, Amame, Sanso Edna, George Belloni, and also Chianamame, Nafi Simon. Omina was Yacha Mode, your more Germany Krumo, baby or Mobia. Chamo was live from Germany. More fire. Glory be to God. Amen. Oh. Okay. Was it amen? No, sir. Anna Isaac Akroma. Ediaba. Other messages, no. Egu amamen komra. Beba bekai ni na amamukai. Say show near live. Ewa akoma 87.9 FM. Joining Facebook. No, so was a fantastic presentation. Piero is burning. Kase heat. Rich farmer. And also every ojum. Abba. So, Akwaba. Bibi Aboko. Yes, ye rare issues, but let's look at how our African brothers are falling. Obekaya, Africa nya 10 reps award this World Cup after say FIFA I expanded participating teams from 34 to 48. After group stages, 9 out of the 10 and it's made progress yet. Tunisia and Kwani film. And South Africa, as no motetoye. Canada, co-host, South Africa by a go to nil. Near Kase, Sonwa. Ebra, Netherlands, and Morocco, the boy, 1-1 penalties. And a penalty shootout, and Morocco, a qualifying. Yes, and the film by. The Ivory Coast, any chance, be obvious, be as an uncle, you know, with him. You 2-1, not Norway. The Ivory Coast, Ephraim, near CA. Africa for ye. Crossing. Yen Twasway. England, any DR Congo. DR Congo, senior chances, Nina. You in England, that we need 2-1. And Anra, Belgium, having taken a 2-goal lead as late as the 86th minute. Not Belgium lead 3-0. Nothing. Sorry, not Senegal lead 3-0. Then you say, then you. Not Belgium at the back 86. On what 89th. Na Senegal for more extra time. And now Belgium a share third goal. How our African brothers are falling so far? It's only Morocco. Say Beko, what is happening to Africa? So
Abusia, Morocco ama my answer to a question I am very simple, and then it said you look at how they did it in the game against Netherlands. Adia omo getting over the line. Morocco were down to Netherlands in the 74th or 72nd minute, and omo called down 90 plus minutes. And our brand here, a friend said, Issa Duop at me better cano at the mom, and omo take the game to the penalty extra time and the penalty shootout. And omo previously say, indeed, ni omo baye e the last World Cup ne AFCON and ye fluke anti omo tuaso. Now, the contrast of the omoye and in the two nations here, wabo mudi azubaye, and then they say Africa players, black race Africans, you were certain mentality be abusia. Say dasuru say we tend to underrate omo aye jino omo so kakra no, and then see any chance and so ye use to the fullest. Nemu ye dinner. That is when you need the mentality. You dey be recovering na man you ma ajiegu. Abusia me won say bi mo kan na referee penalty. It shouldn't have even gotten to that stage. 86 minutes on the clock. Near fan say another 10 minutes correct count 4 plus 6 other extra minutes correct. That just 10 minutes, you know. Sebi, we should be able to defend a 2-goal lead. For a team, a finalist in the CAF Champions League. For a team, a trophy, no, and son a CAF Obeka say, oh, omo din semoni binti aje free omo semo dear. This is not the sort of performance. I was on the mind. In fact, so about continent na ha. Na hear reps omo ko ya. Omo na Africa hopes e wo mumu pa no. E Morocco and then Senegal. Yes. Say omo be ya there. Abusia Osha Belgium team no de buy na. One of the weakest omo presenting in terms of how omo flamboyant football next year. In the group they were struggling against Egypt. Omo ball draw. It took the last game, I think, against New Zealand or so. And omo she bebre omo benya 5 points. Omo they qualify. They finished on par at the same number of points with Egypt, 5 points each, and omo qualify. Yeah. But Senegal call World Cup. no lose two.
And also they struggled to qualify.
Two
Just a win.
Games. And yet, the value of playing at the World Cup, I am the players in Tiasia. Ya buy as a baby. It always have to do with attitude. Yeah, boy, yeah. Look at the sort of, they were in control of the game. They were so much in control of the game. But at the World Cup stage.
Mediocrity is killing Africa. Say, yet me progressive from the group stages. Na say, yeah. Oh, they do the I film cry. Fernando could you tune some more country blasters and ye buffua, a man for some months. The blasters are yan say, or more progressive from the groups. And no, don't forget, ye detailed. Senior expansion and can qualify. But the minister went there and addressed them as if want to walk out. And I think mediocrity is killing us.
Yes. And in tea, and then so fair ni pay. Over the one morning a year alcohol feels say, why ya dear brosu. And in tea was some penny for being front to my badanas you. That is the mentality you. Coupled with indiscipline. I don't know typical black race Africans, you know. Hey, Morocco for no more problem. Then say, now, sa quality near the compete at the world stage. You know, money be, but omunya quality no. One, respect no, make discipline no. Adia kitu ebi enso money.
Yes.
They are built for greatness. Kabiru, check it. Omu venues no, but they be hosting 2030 World Cup no. Omo ye ebi mo an capacity ne be bro 100,000 capacity. Omo venue na wo Morocco ne bi wo a TV studio ni hotel wo inside wo. That is the Moroccans their mentality. Fabeka ye die. Enti me per example na wo de maye no. Say ye ni England board draw no. Osikania Tom Prada or the four Ibrahim Mahama na say Okobo boys na baso foreign affairs minister or the letter call Canada or Mubogu ye call to Anfa
so president so me can say when they return or something special.
So I was here what is wrong with the black man? Because baby a Senegal drew ye pa there.
African champions.
Who quite the history of a World Cup now. Aye Belgium for na aye bidao aye okay Japan for sure 2018 ah o meti share o ensi so I should be 2-0 amuzia
aka 4 minutes ni yapon
na woni maduane ya say body ato ahye de say aben you see baby o moduru ne de look at na Rudy Garcia no so o sheda nye coach papa bi o team to akonyina o musake no o say we know these teams they lose their tactical control towards the end of the it is very true.
Wow. Where your Belgian coach?
Yes.
The post match.
Because player regional park and so no send a coach na catch and say they should stick to the tactical discipline of it. Oh yeah. Because now you know, yenya Belgium, ye De Bruyne and Munina free moment to that is the black man. I don't know. Say black man no be concentrate. Aye adwuma akosi awie no. Ensi. Inti e pese adeketu abi a obi boy abaso nanka o qualified through round of 16 asa onya hwe based on the quality of Senegal.
What you say?
Onya hwe. Now African teams in England say me benchmark am the more mo semi-final bet. Anything short of that, onye. Look at the quality at the disposal of Senegal. Omanya generations be. Them baba mo de no mo su kuta strikers pa. But sa team no na balance ni. Check it your team eh one. Omo team na balance ni. But this is a Senegal team. Enya a center back that has played for Napoli AG League, above for Chelsea. Enya goalkeeper or the Chelsea AG UEFA Champions League. When ya player or in Liverpool AG Champions League, AG Premier League, or where Idrissa Gana guy or about PSG, and that's about Everton. When ya Nicholas Jackson or about Bayern Munich, I was the idea beyond our pay. They have disappointed the entire continent, and now I are down to your seminar coach in Ekano. they always lose their tactical discipline towards the end. What they team no say obia say kienso ne that form by 2 na. Cowboys ye passes and cross the BBI basa. But Belgium for no almost take it to our plan. Say Abeba. How many coaches they be bold enough? Say Kevin De Bruyne may you free. Jeremy Doku may you free. 54th minute. Jordan are you the ground as a change 67 ho. And no. But Rudy Garcia, yes, Sadian. Oh yeah, no, I'm more results. The African player will never stay disciplined throughout the game. That is the issue I had in Senegal. It was a team. Omo BBAB. And you can say 2 teams who are free. Even DRC. And you can say go free. But look at Tama Hurricane J. Bond, when him say, when he a deadly guy, into the only mission who said Ghana the Nipa Munu Nijana so. Every moment in time, there is a player now was a Mujinazoa. A Hurricane. And
no more yaw, but towards the end of the game, no. And for Mujana, I'm parking so dear.
They didn't lose the game because of their defense. They lost the game because of their wingmen. Elia Meshaka, or then buy any Mukawa, no that right way. They have all the quality chances in the but the connection, understanding how I was say, no we can't hit the 4 European teams and the South American teams. Yet even your chances, no, but we fail to hit them, and we the slightest chance. They make it count. That has always been the difference between these 2 continents. But the Senegal here and there, they've really disappointed the continent of Africa with that show in Nra Omuye.
So far, you're only Morocco still standing. Young share the other Africans no more banner. Ebekoye, Switzerland, Ebo Algeria, Australia, Ebo Egypt, na Argentina, Abo Cape Verde, Nafi Ghana, and so Abo Colombia. African countries.
Me when they say Cape Verde, baby omodru no menye sure say so mutimi a share Argentina, it will be one of the wonders of the World Cup if it happens possible. But say me analyze here say be see the edne but enye impossible inti say me you obi aka wa mo akofia wa dwan we mu a minim say na Senegal we be anka ma alata we qualify. So for Kivet I don't think that a difficult game. Difficult game. So I call World Cup first time. Now of course the reigning champion. Eddie pa. But the rest, no. Oh boy. Algeria and Switzerland.
Yes.
3
p.m. 3 a.m.
A game of equals. So. The Algerian side, you know, they should be able.
And that's all.
Amura Mone. Oh, Abuja. When you came, I was almost struggle.
Sir.
Ayi for no be go. A gamer. Switzerland for no. They are a team that scores at will. Almost all youngsters be almost so vibrant. Almost born efe. But Algeria should be able to stand against them. Any game I mean as Algeria be kono so akugu anima Senate.
It's 6 p.m. Australia and Egypt.
Then again another game I am manageable.
But said
we money are white into the more the benefit of that say omo ya white. Tunisia for the front city who's omo nya de da e wo World Cup. So what I say we money are white into the yen say because my share Imam Asho Trezeguet ne Salah Kopeke up a knock at the Karim no me share send omo the last game no na Egypt goalkeeper no na o look a bit shaky. But so much me shaky san your man to China Adam it me defend it so well I think Australia there Australia these 2 nations any can say mo free any can say Egypt free any can say Algeria free these 2 nations at least Africa should have 4.
For now we have
Morocco. So Egypt, Algeria, also joining. I was a Ghana joining.
Not Ghana.
Yes.
You already Ghana game no. Still, I so disappointed in the African countries, and definitely he should be. It's an say over chance Africa in your World Cup with more. Pepe. You remember that issues? But Africa, I say enkoye ana. So far, only Morocco and it's me advance.
We are being Africa na ye no e World Cup happening. You know the discussion around Africa more slots na nkofo complaining na yes yeah a high say yes you ntiase say as omo tan ye omo de omo racist. I've always not been ubi am supporters asem no. Now, no question say you nailed it right by telling us the real problem. The real problem is the African nation at the World Cup and say Udru run of qualifier no.
Well, free more group stage.
South Africa in easy game. Me baba show African countries in the omo parents no munya. South Africa is a very, very easy game. I'm going to do it. And you need a party, say, first time at South Africa. I qualify from group. And then you pack your money, a bomb, men, or more, Tony, Germany.
Joburg Airport.
Or Jenny, because first time South Africa, I qualify. Something that I will find it extremely difficult to appreciate. How on earth? And I say, South Africa, in the round of 16 first on board was a penny. Tim Ben South Africa boy who I say, as South Africa for every money genome jubilate on say you qualified from the round of 16. Omo an easy fixture.
Yeah.
And yes, South Africa Canada on the board. Canada.
The woman Canada and so you co-host asa.
Canada team we the map Benin money or more man qualify be brave so. But mentality is say you free World Cup kwano. You free a group no qualified. 81 side. Yet my advancing from a group no.
We say ye.
And it's yaba no more Germany. Look at La Côte d'Ivoire. Parents ne buy me catch Kabiru me catch China say. Omo fixtures fupa. South Africa, Senegal, La Côte d'Ivoire. Who compared to Omo Maka no de no penny to say Morocco, no Okobo Netherlands. Former Netherlands eyes be to a World Cup. Now Holland access to more form here pa. And they had individual quality.
Yeah.
Morocco played a nation of individual quality. Netherlands our Virgil van Dijk age natural. Bomb ya dia wetumi bane ya pega kona bi no apem no wahye wo. Netherlands team no a Cody Gakpo who at the World Cup na ne form na peke look at Brian Brobe and no it Netherlands and Morocco no medical fixtures are a trick dey den pa no me mark is fixture I can say no den. But Senegal and Belgium for no o ma ye mre o mo nsani coach no wonya de. He has never been good. On there. Then you get this fixture. Now, we lead Belgium by 2-0. Your both game no through 85th minute. You are still leading by 2-0. First game no matter so draw all blacks. Yenyi Belgium Senegal players in every pack. Yen first so draw all blacks. Players in coach na. Ye be wie no. No more winning game. Mentias you observing.
Listen, I come with you now. Mungo good line.
85th minute. No matter back 86 minutes. Not 3 minutes on no matter.
Nice.
I am not interested in that debate about penalty. Penalty. My catch was here. Jinko first. I know man free back on the mobile. Now no have come free pack so ye wie na nkofo o kai the passion America as I say
we kai pa
ezeke pam o free pack no so dan na ne ba ne o work up na say mo mbobi because the referee see you now bufu a we na intina me dwen say ade no mo ye na afko mo bi no apie so mo na say ko mo pie ko so mo ne ye so mo bo bi ma. How on earth do you lose a 2-goal lead
After 85 minutes, you were still leading by 2-0.
Enye oni Argentina na ebo no waka so.
Abuja penye woni Argentina o.
Enye oni Portugal waka say.
Only wine ebo. 85th minute. And game ni yenye penalty bienu na ama no wabache o. No ma bobo ano ma she goal, no ma bobo ano ma she goal. But the mentality of Senegal team ne say. Ye. Wamu be wie kura be abeka se ye kan se Morocco CAF si ye. Adwene no mo dwene wamu team nya bo adwene from that time. And they could not even push the game to penalty shootout. And extra time, they lost the game. When you look at La Côte d'Ivoire, now Chrome Hanone Africa no see pe abaso fun tantan bi. Abo bonipa abaso by heart. Ivory Coast for no. Team na no de ba World Cup no mu hia world class coach. Enya MS fire 7. And waje AFCON. And say akwane nya de abuso panyi. Nyai menu na kwaye La Côte d'Ivoire ne Germany ewo Ken US.
Yeah.
Some match before Germany na say Ivory Coast shebe 4. Na nam hosa kukwasa na almost strike bi boni. Mako first strike bi boni. Positioning walake, ball control, ball trapping. Coach in the DM plan obet ma justify the India. Now say the best player in Ahmad Diallo started game from bench. He started his best player from the bench. They needed a world class coach because omo ba AFCON with a teamer. Enyo na je AFCON ba kwa na no we mu koji e problem. Yeah. So they were a team. I was and omo bon no way. No way for Japan. First half. Ellen Haaland were more than 6 touches for game him because no way born no more born. And one is so mutie na born ko ka Arsenal captain Odegaard nza. Obet ma create bibi asan bibi ani ho. Na Côte d'Ivoire lose. African nations na aka de ben. Omo fisha na din che mienu amaka. Ghana na Colombia. Ye Ghana fo nti. Ye pese Ghana ko ani but e fisha we Colombia. And on board no ma over the years no. And tournament we mu a omo ye far ahead of Ghana.
Na me bisa ebeko ye
Egypt,
Switzerland, Algeria, Australia, Egypt, Argentina, Cape Verde, Colombia, Ghana.
Cape Verde. About World Cup, Abebo draw with Spain. We Argentina for us here World Cup no more. Near for us here more. If first time as a penny on this Spain about draw.
Yeah.
So to be Argentina free ma. As a FIFA, a stop World Cup near the trophy no more. Near Katom say. Baby I'm going to magic. But yes, we bought. I can't go pay you be winning to the Mozambique be my. And there's no hope. I was I giving him.
Okay. Australia,
Egypt for ya da pa for. Our world stage. A African Cup na. Ya ko ba AFCON na. Obi antimi omo. But Egypt for baby omo anka say dru no. And as Tivo ka say bi omo de omo skin ya white, de omo adwene say white. Say nya sa de am Japan. Egypt for no so ma dru no. Omo dru baby omo nyuru da. Ani je bi e wo omo tirim. Unim say na Egypt and winning game or World Cup da.
Yeah, I know so about
previous World Cups are no my boss a 4 as a 5 no mo winning game da o. Eti omo no naturally as omo satisfied. Me nyi omo ni. But omo fish challenge Kenya den o ba me nyi omo ni.
Obo Australia. And then Switzerland, Algeria.
Algeria duka daya omo so omo ni we mu apart from say Morocco for no adwane free. Sa thinking na North Africans no no. Morocco for na yentem and Stivo akan yie pa. Morocco for the penny ade amomotuma de omo ye ne sa plus Morocco for mo free Europe. Ya we awo Spain but ninchi efri ha we France we free no and nanka ai Morocco de na black man na ogina omo agiro ebo 5 na no wote ka no Brahim Diaz no
Suzuki na dago ma Japan.
Hwa bra Brahim Diaz efri aba a obegina omo team no ebo enti me trust Algeria ne Egypt for nyina na Ghana fixture no so e den but ye Ghana for dia mana is that Colombia for nya de omo coach no between 2013 and 2014 of Japan or the Colombia equal 26 games unbeaten or share Brazil or share Spain or share world beaters I was a run no unbeaten run and the crown
ɔmo team pa nti Africa for the ahwe Morocco no ɔmo nko a na betimi but I trust Ghana say they can fight and Ghana to be win here the next stage na all kon Switzerland Algeria and the honorful e chan ya fish away den chan ya possible opponent be hia no round of 16 I'm hoping but seriously my disappointment in La Côte d'Ivoire and Senegal it has no boundaries. I am surprised at them. I am shocked. But me say South Africa for na Canada omo nyade ni ball no boy omo free South Africa for be drew Oliver Tambo airport on yeah ani dia bafie first time and you host you kura no ye demand ko second round we ani dia o say they had an opportunity African teams bia we serious bia nya Canada Japan obekọ nanim but omo di omo ni enti mentality asem na utwa ni tia say the mentality no ya dwe say enough ya de se nya sa na say ball na Ghana ne Uruguay ball 2010 so game in game we should have beaten them 3 na say say 3-4 but say boys ye ni lead go for ni lead omo yi ya de sa no me ball free kick Diego Forlan me ball free kick take ni anya penalty ahun press penalty na say mo ja de 10 times ye ne o man ye na adwiri na o man ye nim bocha mo bia obeba she easy but pressure won so me ko sha besa no odwina sakoro besa ya adwina na busapanyi it is our problem and yeah a matter of quality ne there when we beat the creme de la creme omo quality share but we mo ngia ni omo bobo idie say no way team yi pa ayi a Senegal team that was leading 2-0 at 85 minutes I say mo have fair currency here discuss kura omo bia ni mas Belgium Ivory Coast what take one team 74 visual bateka wo man team anyina omo na so na Haaland na mboy mo page abon ba ya na Haaland na sache
boy you cry here tab sabio tab fun bia what tab
it's about our mentality nothing to do with the quality ne kwa ya na mentality no so
but as pepe say wo hwe host no so a host nations no obugina yi through Canada Evram Ebra or South Africa, Mexico, and so Echi, Ecuador, they born by 2-0. Almost qualify. I'm watching US of A. Yes, McDonald Grove, almost Bosnia and Herzegovina, a born by 2-0. Omuna qualify until you were 3 hosts. Omuna do the round of 16. A boy non soa Spain, and Austria, and the Deboni. Nafi, a boy Dubako. Portugal, everybody Croatia. Portugal, everybody Croatia. Nafi, Name Ayadoma, Saturday. I know, you can say 1:30 on. Yes, Ghana, and so everybody against Colombia. And see, and you made it. Games we near they won't come into 7 p.m. Spain and Austria and afi 11 p.m. Portugal and Croatia. Akoma 87.9 FM ayo walk up home and it's efidien de manena haya de opese uhu de opese wote efa walk up no bia no it beba walk up no commentary no what da wompam na wutie ni nyina no ye de beba yetwa so ahaya akoma 87.9 FM. Na mira the camp of the Blasters. Na me bisa nra pepe e ma yenya ntie e bra team no if Rhode Island edo money atim our Kansas City and the training any ho bibia. But kai say yen first 2 games me bisa question we wo fear approach no enye sen ye kɔ ne sen obekaya ye rewra mu a defend your first 2 games. The 3rd game na ye bie mu no ene ye ho kɔkire ye say ye boss second round and I young say ye bought round of 32 approach ben ene ye mfa nko game na no stibo na me ne wo press wo ase sa game ne de ye ne Croatia na ye setting say ye hia draw. The only thing we needed to do was to avoid defeat in the second. But ye me ye ko bie mu na ye je ye ni so 2 games ani abo earlier ni en concede goal just that game we considered to approach to the game against Colombia. We are not fighting for points. Into which we could defend them for 1 point. Janko ne sense Steve.
Abusu ameda say Ohwe stars a free World Cup group stage no abaya. I just say open my omunya the lowest SG. That just say expected goals. Na just say Ghana the na at that form say team. Which means say we can about approach and acquire faso acquire ni media. Then we need to say you benya a bigger figure. Sa area no in terms of expected goals no. Yes, your team no you use the area be baby we are still contemplating the best way out for us, which I think is the attack year. Approaching in say with an excellent defensive organization. An excellent defensive organization. Me a try say you benya a midfield in nim SSO mo ye in all the moments of the game. Yempe midfield a jiba who say on transit hold you on to play and now say on some cause problem if I'm on the back line because against Croatia we saw it. Yempe any experiment after is it 4 games a coach yeah boy from Wales up to this last game no. I'm not ready for any reception of experiment being our midfield or be.
Okay.
Because coach need to take his decision be abusia to me. I would term it as a silly decision by the coach. And then they say, yes, starting game I know him so baby mu kakra ame ya bobi no. Now player with me the usual boss to boss a jumani ye of fighting for every ball. Or they calibrate it in a bench. Nemo acquire Dana Nanka out of frustration. You bet him in your card, second yellow card, and messing the next stage. Coach in the bem. Which means it wasn't for the purpose of preserving him for the next game. Until a reason best known to the coach. And Okobo, Elisha Usu, and Akwesisibo. Which Yen say. Another problem we look like a team number 6 Emma ni meshe pateho Emma pate enye 8 adwuma
nanko yes and distribution
inti yenya distribution no ewo animu ho yi inti pate no so abehye defense in anim
yeah
inti I had for us to go san yoma we after 4 games coach ni kwanse repeat it ni kwanse si so ye bibia we find some dear money in our message because tournament there I would want to see a coach on learning Arsenal when obo games
okay
obusia ma men kana plane any plane fa bo we ye ya kama din wo bo we mu attacking approach we don't need him. Bowen ma ayin tranchen Jordan in tranchen because he has offered very little to attack.
Jordan boys no boys in Chiremu abase. Or your best penalty taker.
I know they no correct.
Bowie your ball drone him. Now the Jordan is that here only in case a ball no push you penalty just go free more movie. Entin wena chat na to Jordan if free bench na beba sa na say ye say the beya ye timi kuro mu na say
90
e be ko pena da bi 90 no ye bo wie na
ref in the day
now ne who's in dimension because 30 minutes of bebo e wo
yes
say a draw sa na not ya lose Jordan ability to take the penalty because 90 there e crazy coach ni man mo 90
yeah
and it was start here
almost penalty
almost 90 be one one ko penalty say you need that one no
yeah
ko media no so boys na ya calculation bi bia da ho and many omo ya adwene 100%.
Me so many omo ya adwene abusua ye team na ya hwe no enye bad team ye wo talent a bit ma ya adwuma no but coach no talent kura was so choose ade ne hye hen and na problem ama no in terms of attack.
Okay.
Inti so the renchi trechen na eduru 80 something minute or yellow card ne bem say o me fighting ye dey. Yem pet too many changes. Lucas Mbabo ba prabe boy corner by near ya head ya shake pay. Abusia. Yeah approach nya approacher. Every area of our field no pose a threat to the Colombians. That is the sort of approach I may perceive the come. Yenye a team, every area a threat to them. Because yes, ya Messi kuduso, ya Messi kuduso, by your junior kuduso team in Nyama.
Okay.
Tactically Nyama ya and discipline. Where to release the ball na ya na hard but ni nyina ya kasa kire. Nyama me pese me use wo game we na ye mame uduru ha locate we hu obi afa kokko bobi communication.
Okay.
Say Jordan na akra wo Ghana at heart what's on coach ne kasa coach ito
Saturday
Brandon wo form ade we ayi Felisanan na ye bi ma me hu okay Charlie we wo form chen week you yen kan che coach no start ahead of you. Omo kan no ma jiatum omo ni mo ye training wuni say ti capital ubetimi ani coach naka
to expect say Jordan walking to the
yes play a beer on pen a singular glory they because
papa we the bunyo
abusia na Ibrahim Mahama ba and the players no na sorry kasa
say capital
nti so omo de uko ani Mahama e ba bi ma ho na be kasa
odo have saka
kafa no o ka say me say Jordan no say me select Ghana team bi ase nkobo match obebo bi but in prem 3 games now abono and yet the Jordan that make me no who did no even hold that play no kra no ball no ba ntimi nka na no so ati ase asema make nya say me
active last season affecting apa
o dey that say o dey affecting nti onyin tum say because
but why can't the coach be bold? Because you say Jordan sorry anantia ko Carlos Cruz akokaje se fa metra nchen de hardly any bit me
obi o ye professional
coach nine kasan so we papa panimu te say what the 73 years
abusia obi mfa ade obi ma ka say oh wait there this guy is the best person to do it to the farmer
I'm ka say entire is you
so
especially when I don't want to hear
there be so you professional pa na opade any year you do that. Jordan Pegana progress, he should do that.
Do brad way in the bar, make a joke with my
Oh, say me, I didn't mean to mean yet now the move be no bit me. Fair enough.
There is kind of the ambassador from Mao.
Oh, 3 consecutive
answer me.
Oh, it was a cafe there. Ya hide ya adumu and the enam. Ya hano be only you chroma be a miracle. And yet the any kind of thing. Like you also say.
As a players where you be brave every move.
Omo be mo who dey wash ni nyina nkrofo amabo mu dey card o my ya nti enni kwanse mi esibo ya dey Elisha ya dey mi pacho mi busa o ayi kamadin e dey na wa be game na wa bono
kamadin de mi ya dey na coach ni ti me ye bold so ordinary start game
abusia nti game we no Colombia ya dey ya who nations are the 9 points are qualify for group odu round 16 ya in afrim it happens. Into Colombia, I a strong side in the group. That does not mean say we cannot stand a chance against them. But the better side the nyina any blaster match na ma hwe ne kire a points to 110 and they say the right personnel choice of players and any other high.
Mesa Bauso na nanka me per lineup but nyame adumatch na yebedi nkomo
okay.
Meje lineup no but Mesa Bauso na me bisa this question Mesa mo menka say Ghana be free mu baby aye boys baby a team yedui yemfa ne say Yakobo Saturday ahmachi game na Colombia yi free yem welcome your boys ne say the South Africans ya ye jen hail omo ye heroes the team bisa say our team we e-co World Cup na gidie ba ko sei menam dikan me abisa pen sam ya champion nam dikan bi gidie ba ko sei nam ni bi nim emom any baby omo dui enti okuja to asem na wose president se mo ba nso na de nkrofo akoyi mo mfa ho omo something special no mfa mo ana ye nko ne sen ye be ba ho pepe
abuja
na me bisa the approach to this game when your points sem no waka se wo ko tena kire akope points menye so obetumi atena kire wa for 120 minutes na penalty shootout nkra apart from Jordan minim Ghanaian player yesu sure say we do kugina ho awabo ase coach na nko ne sen
me that's but you need can call Black Stars training me catch us say training start 3:30 Ghana time baby omo na about 10:30 anopa oh enti oba yem page ne so ayo Black Stars training live video wamo training Moses Steve TMZ say baba ho o man franco ehwe wo work up na say they had no plan
and
the then Dabi nano ye England no mbo manga bo bo na say enti o munim di o mo de ne koye just $100,000 appearance fee na ket pese kodi ni player on asa. There's no way say Derek Lucas and anka Derek ba kono kon no and anan say ko but etwemo wie ntino yankoyerim. So this is Black Stars training and I will share live Facebook page akoma 87.9 FM o share page na so no Black Stars training and we are Black Stars first and final training Kansas.
Yeah.
We are Black Stars first and final training we near ya echina yedi ewuram na yakọ akwakobo game no enso wa enya asekuto so eno ene de nyame adoma kira yebekọ akobo na japanyi no kwasem ne se wo hwe training na ekoso na Black Stars for no players no obi ani abre medical catcher say game we bonus it be for winner if we win this game your next game no more around 16 no ezeka ukọ ni mu ya hye no ya fuma ya aiza na no Brazil born on bomb ni Japan no say Brazil wa qualify go Norway for Japan dey more DJ we eti based on groups ni ba bi efafa no obi wa okọ ni Japan na o hia de F4 all calling with my Ghana ye and the boys are aware plus you with them Japan o mu nyina ya aware say nyame adom na ze timi ekoye nim ewo game we a ye beko kobo game a relatively for chain the year bo e dey qualify and so the players me sure say omo aba left performance no akosoro pa and no ne ade abuja panye betima boye if we want to qualify. So to answer your question, the first one will be the attitude of our players.
Okay.
World Cup no. Me say Ghana boys na ma show mu e World Cup no bepanyi. 206 for no mo nyanhwehwani mu. But a free oba no. Ehwehwani mu ball ne ebo. As we are big, it ye be kire mo ze ni ball ye ni England no. So hwe ya coaching was very little in that game. The players wanted to prove that England and sa attitude ni sa bobo. Ye nya sa attitude ni bi ye be boy. Ye the Croatia attitude no ko game we be panyi. Ye be lose support. See, game we a game of Japan. Masa kabiem say we need a creator. E wo game no. Matches na coach na bono oni obi o create ball matches na ya bono so far no so who say Semenyo is on the ball ono na aba halfway line abeje and o dey ko who say Fatoi Isaku age ball ono na aba halfway line ono abeje no the ball na ko yem ball no man in see too the strength of your attackers no enti ya hwe ya ye be free World Cup no ya strike bia nshegu attack a bianji go near free nearby. And ya the papa nana me catch us 3 players Brandon Thomas Asante, Antoine Salom Semenyo, Abdul Fattah Isaku. And the players 3 players last season or more combined goals and assists of over 60.
So, yeah.
now was our players now about World Cup wɔn mu baako kura ni wɔayɛ assist mpo baako kura ni wɔahyɛ goal. We are playing a system that does not favor the attackers. We need a creator. Game. Let's say coach now. None what they are coaching here. No, just say, "I'm young ship is Steve. Yeah, bo Croatia. Ne orchestrator in the middle. 40-year-old. Yeah, bo 2 holding midfielders, 1 central midfielder.
So yeah, it's me and Jim for look at this.
2 holding midfielders and 1 central midfielder. Croatia, they ni who is run 40 years. And go for about 3 midfielders. And also mo born mo bona bisapanyi. Now bisasa ni coach na hwe onya. Or the center backs 5 no the ko nyina ba start game no. That's the truth of the matter. Now nim, the ama coach na some no. I say measured near the time he was appointed. And the wasted years to add the mind, you know. Ama as a coach, no. O kana say no bebrebe a. Now we are unfair to him because and pay for father you want to say on tries all the Ghana ever qualified to the next round, which on my genome is the minister air arrangement and the supporters are or to take it up to round first 3 games. You know. When you say hotel bills now, or more don't quite bind your going no hotel. As one or move if you about. I didn't know when you be free after 3 games. And the coach cannot go into the game with the same system of Japan. Yadia bought your matches, and as you be obey criti. You'll be of Japan. Methodist, Miss Obo Party. Because you see, Bonnie Elisha will be impressive, but a one or a video. And so, Bo Mubako, no bo guest and watch, and I say, or Bo Niamam, and also Bo Babos, and also be or no, yes, a creative road of my. Said a man, Nippon Bona. Or bet my locate your wingers, no. Tim near the corner of the your strength, our wings.
Yeah.
But Bonnie, but we don't play to suit your wingers, no. And I expect the coach to go in with a system that will take advantage of the strength of Antoine Semenyo. Semenyo Koyi. And now so okay in Croatia or Baba J Bobby. Everyone or born across a far put anymore.
Yeah.
I'm keep an inch man far put in.
Yeah.
The strength, I don't know. But how many times the man of ball L flanks are? As a Semenyo taking on defenders with his speed no Kobasabu be. Your system here about and take advantage of that. Your more system of Japan, Emma, your players a strength number. Your more system, Emma, your players no any more for a general manasso. Go on and Steve knew about Jordan. No question of Japan. Because Jordan, Omu so privileged where Omufrino. Omumi and Upe and only Andrew Bob last now, a coach in if you get me from offer. Say, born say. Now I Bobo Rahim are you? Interviews Ghana baby first game now. Now go for complaining say unreleased born terminal. Rahim are you? No more ya no more because Senior Jordan can walk up look and can qualify. It's hard time no. Almost to say Ghana need be born it so. Yeah, but walk up now. Or say goes be Ghana a top scorer walk. What is Ghana need be born it so? Walk up qualifies. But when it is not clicking and it is not working, not Ghana need a kasa time. I just gave you the scenario, sir. You call World Cup game, you muna bizapenyi. You born a game and produce winner. Now it's a game you call penalties. Jordan, you or your Ghana, your best penalty taker.
Yeah.
Jordan, see a more penalty. You be an winning boy and Black Stars. You tell you, ya, or more a ball no abruchino. Some and yomu, inaki momun's rope penalty ball. Into a but Jordan in bottom winner. Game where you gamer, we must have a player with a penny. Obet me a jebon. No running across the front line to say Brandon Thomas Asante.
Yeah.
Game where you gamer. And so to me, your photo is how could be man start. And I say, Unya Babon should be, and I say, Unya Bakon offense. Niama. No jebon would be creative, baby. If we going with the rigidity near the bonus, your team near rigid, you're not flexible. Game near bottom Japan, you're intimate creative anything a opponent na expect it boss how bonam zapanyi they wo yeri nyina what is expected now opponent are a very good coach or more very good players you can't hurt them
yeah
second e ball na clear pate beje na pate e de ama Sibu ana say o de ama Elisha obi anim so me no munim passing omunim forward ball playing you know no me say the ball ne ba ye kromo the coach will just set up his team say on for midfielders not the be a pate no be initiative pass no 2 players enko so say 2 players ko pate so no mu wini ball no be mo je ball ni say wom aje say de ensa guyeti 2 players echo pateso kwaje ball na the ebe try ni see de ensa be guyeti because omunya je ball na they will win the ball ewo danger area because Ghana no pata betra ye center backs nanim oni omo na oya no ma biem no akohyembi abza panyi
yes sir
ma obi amfa nhye ni team se Colombia game na f sa de ne ana yenso echitafo nyina ya na haye Colombia de oh za attitude oh Colombia de oh emu de wa badwene se bia onhwe Colombia team no
okay
sa experience na ye wo bi impate no omo obi inji James Rodriguez abusia ope players omo form current form omo bi pa bobo a omo obi in Luis Diaz no free Liverpool ko ba no one form no ekura no
yeah
omo Luis Suarez or Portuguese league no should go at will cha kwa say aka na season na uze Benfica Sporting Porto da bi om tete striker mo tonagis ka bibrebe aka wan yi om de be sa de na bi japanyi o ma to sa player no enti ese Ghana ye timi make sure say ye wingers ni benya ball bi abo munya bi ba this team omo coach no building the team na attack no from the 2 laterals na bi japanyi omo je ball no move pa omo move omo de ball na ebra Luis Diaz ana so omo de ebra James Rodriguez enti say yesu ya ma semenyo ho ye hu say ye feeding with the boss o de fa zeb japanyi ball ya ball 15 minutes 15 minutes no ya feeding 3 or 4 balls to the left ama semenyo running on that ball akoma pass e bia o shoot and say but whatever running the defense say player na eso mark semenyo no omo number 2 be decide say onko bebrebe
yes
sound for time is akwa na say nuama obi so gina right wing ho na bu japanyi I was that side on so left ho otimi rani omo a afei omo strength na ye omo fullbacks ne ba beka omo wingers no no omo strength no o neutralize no
yeah
na afei onso oba game ni mu if we don't do that na kwaye the normal thing ye ho be kire ye pa omo Luis Suarez no ese center backs no eye on him now no dominate Portugal game no be omo bought 24 shots o omo ne Portugal na omo bought 24 shots Portugal me feel say kura ni nyina echi so it is not a game ya betimi akoni aka say ye di kodi agro me wuru omo team no be japan omo weakness kakra ni very poor in finishing their chances. So the first one, I can Portugal, create almost 24 shots. Now 24 shots, go. So I'm poor in their finishing, especially if born any James and Nano. James let me boy incisive passes, no. But a codio mama canoa, omu de rania come about end product in each other. Afi, wamo etimi predictable. Colombia team no.
Anything.
Omo predictable mutimi and say. Omo defend deep. No more behind the balls. Omo J ball na 2 and 3 no. Akwa ka 11 and 7 and 11 no.
Yeah.
San on ball. And of the 3 games omo boni yan sana coach na ball. So all things being equal, san on ball na omo say something predictable.
Okay. Who say number?
Who's Ofa France team na predict omo nye unu de ja predict omo nye. Obi o dribbler bia untimi hu de ode ball be.
Yeah.
Ti na no pass na Michael Olise Aboma Mbappe no. Ultimate predict this passes of a ball because any skill set no dey hard. But when we based on the designer coach the designer no. San on board. I'm Japan another weakness is omo spaces behind the fullbacks. because the fullbacks are always attacking. So omu just spaces, they leave spaces behind omu fullbacks no. And no na me say. Emba nto ansa me nyon tumrika ne nam park no so no ne nam ye box num. Na the oba 7 nam dabi. Find a creator who will give them diagonal passes. Tiye ye jebon even under pressure, ye jebon na se creator no. Ebetuma bo diagonal to semenyo, oba bo diagonal to Fata Isa kwa na se nuama. Because they have left spaces, so we never attack here. Some attacking those spaces. We must profit from spaces that we are paying. Okay. It is something that the Black Stars coach, Yan Chene Jumawa, na discuss about Steve, discuss the system. We call her Facebook now, but we have chosen who coaching certificate now. One catch them say, "Oh my, I'm mutati omo coaching certificate." As some better, they do the Chayam and Chayam. Eti abjapani. That is one thing that Black Stars a bit my. So let's attack the spaces now. Omo fullbacks in ebejawe. We must take advantage of that. We must stay compact and deny James Rodriguez space. Stay compact, but James Rodriguez, deny him space. I've done it trim. Nyan said done it trim or born no. If you leave spaces for him, and then when you're doing the same caneno, and to unfound one in the bobo ni beam, or the adrenaline Nyan san nam. He will tread the pass, it will meet somebody, they will finish it. And don't leave the spaces for James Rodriguez.
Okay.
Finally, you have to make Colombia defend physically. Omuni defend, somebody are holding Omuchucha. Colombia for.
Yeah.
And then I saw both play a bit, is a Brandon Thomas Asante. But here can a bear say, oh, Chawajin, the Wajin was a Ghana here, boy. Na kwakwosi say the okay the other Jordan Tranchen na say only are you family no problem tin how can say but the truth of the matter is if Brandon is full of energy and obetma trouble omo anim abusapanyi obetma commit penalty omo defenders no me sure omo defender with strength and physique and team be defender with strength and physique bian easy say over commit fouls in your area one of them betma inside the box. Now, result in penalty. Ni have taken advantage. Sabra Jordan Jama. Na or their twats in these are things. My dream is a coach in the Abzapenny. Boy, the old ones near kind of being clinical. Sir, walk up. Steve Wakacho say, we have statistics now. More SG expected goals were from Pan. Black Stars expected goals. Say matches na yabon. Expected goals. They expected and a based on said you see creative and the address already and cabeshano. Yet you know for me, we are not creating enough, and we are not hurting our opponent our Omugo area. So we should be clinical. Now, I'm frustrated Colombia for especially in the first 30 minutes of the game, no, because they will be thinking that as I'm saying, I was just saying South America opposition and she be that World Cup. Ghana and share opposition for South America World Cup and that. The first time any South American opposition, a ball game, no, yeah, Brazil, no boy 3-0, cool one. The next time I call South American opposition, I Uruguay, no ball, so I draw now more the penalties. Free. No, Uruguay is actually no say 2-0, Nana, a jubilate say I'm man qualified. Okay, yeah, will last or copy. Almost any aje. I didn't say, yeah, man qualified. That is where the issue is. These are things that, having read about the two teams, having followed the two teams, watching Colombia especially, say coach need to be adaptable to pay. A bit boy kakrama yet we know more at the age na bobo.
Pepe, me da say nyame adom na ye be say da edi game we hon komo pa. When we sit the weekend edition of Akoma Sports Urban. See ade me kai wo say enyimre say commentary wo nyina no. Ye ba. O say Pepe Suarez Pepe more fire. Rich farmer from Odium. Yes, ono so dia Odiaba eni Pepe, it's your boy. I say Ketefi from Adangomase. Okay. What you say is still sure that when we open up, we can match the Colombian team The only way we can hold them is to forget our usual football and defend. We are no more Ghana. We are at the level of Kived now. MC Malik Enye. So, let me be a question, Mr. Mo. Mengaza Ghana Kufrimu. You do World Cup quarterfinals. This is a team I call World Cup now. Vim no form. Me can say we my man for bufu na be befra no be kikana dwenche oni ade. But once a ministry na buying arrangements so ye nyina kwesi group stage. And I say supporters omugo e bi befi ticket omo ko games kra ayire no. Na buying adwene no. Some of us ni adwene ba ukoka ya anom si buei. Yemfa ne say boys here ntimi antra round of 32 na. Yen heli omo. Sa okuja twins say presidency omo ba yenko si omo okuto kanko ye omo ye heroes omo aba.
Dabi obi no deserve healing.
Some can say group stage grow muntimentra. E no matra.
Ye kind. Be say asem na ye kind. Ye kasa wa ha enye sebi a time ye gina bibi so ane ye de kan de ye kan. Bibi ne so ane ye gina e de kan ne say ye call Afcon Comoros mu nyina hye. Afcon but san kwa ayi Ivory Coast. Ye ne Mozambique mo ni ayi Cape Verde wo group no. Ye ntimi an qualify for group. Ye call World Cup ni bi. Yan qualify for group. Last Afcon yan kobi. Inti say journalists na ne de ne say ogibre analyze nyoma te say the economists for ne ye omo de ne say any inflation be yesi no. Omo so ye based on president omo ginigina so na omo hyehye na omo the figures na keka. Anu abi so ne ye gina.
Ana omo akwa atra baby amoka.
Me patcho me bo. Ana ye arrive to the point say o share results ayenya no. Any coach ye near war any the other team anytime yeah they go idea there's every possibility say yeah ko enko yade. That's it. Your cancer bia no any wrong for saying that.
Yes.
Now you go through tournament no your quality your players or mo yade. Coach we no any number of games bia ma me hu di obekire your players or mo yade and or mo perform omanya good results and they are qualified. Anunti me can say enko ya ade no ye koduru ho na ye ade no does not make asema me can no wrong. And it doesn't mean say present no so yentimi better no.
Okay.
Nti obi aga na ha o ka bi so on na ton jesi o ton de obi aka bi no you right for saying that. But say me say nya ade ni akoya ade na edru round 32.
Why don't you hail them?
You don't have to hail them. The intini kwase we hail you omo ne say we mu no overwhelmingly omo very disappointing for 4 consecutive tournaments. And now omo na omo si akan man no or what a standard at the World Cup. Into anything short of that no. Attractive crazy. Yabi.
Okay.
Oh yes sir. I said word that we using mediocre na o ye no. Ye ka se ye kwa ye nkwa ya ade ni nti eno a me yanka say ye mo $30,000 each. Na so mo kwa ya ade ya de $70,000 account. Ye mo obi azen $100,000. Into omo no kra no they would have to one appease the gods of the lands. 2 appease the heart of people who were disappointed. 3 state resources omu use they would have to appease that. Inti I don't know what the train grab a car. That is a semi-final grand I'm targeting. Inti abusia so omu free mu a. Emma will be a nyes o my ade as usual nkrophobia mu de twene ne ayi omu nyashi. Omu nyashi. Obi oka so omunko bobra bia no odik say oka onye wrong for saying that. And they say nipa na be ka say our confidence with team no ma onye wrong because no nim the standard of the Blasters and no nim how poor they were. Entiana oka sembi say am more abaso na da ben into wo sign ye kan and now I ade ye kan and then nkyerɛ sɛ wo ba o sɛ ma wo kantamanto nyina yi wo ntoma sɛ nkrankra ya teche yentimi mfa nsɛ fam yentimi mfa ntoma ne nsɛ fam sɛ mmefa so na ma ya ade omunya hwe until say they get into the semi-final of the World Cup and I say omeko AFCON akoji. These are the two scenarios that you bet me they are hailing the Blaster from now and your team will go. Okay. Your Blasters team no. So Uko World Cup no and do semi-final. Uko AFCON no ankojia. Hailing be anywhere. Yempesi ya better Grand Cherokee adie be a beam.
Somewhere the round of 32.
Dabi omunya hwe. Omaya adie say ball no ma ball me ball no wasem na meka. Anya run 32 no ball na ahwe the park no. Utim say ye hu improvement on the Utuado the boy and ball na ankasa the Chris Utin the boy improvement aba under coach we. That is what I'm praising them for. So omaya adie say ball no but see omu free mo nkyere say ene wu fi kumase kura konkra wanya ne yie kura na 8 hours. Yemfa base dabi. They celebrate two managers say ye krum hani nyina mediocre mentality and ye denam kruma.
But assistable Pepe
Abuja
kakra bi me say men kan say Ghana ko fi ye nation World Cup ya bo semi ya bo quarter finals pen nanka Chester kick nanka the Morocco ye na anu yin ye na ye first ye do semi finals team we na vim no form say yemfa ne se omo ntimi am progress Colombia yi free mu a yen haili omo boys no yem mo arousing work can be ana yen ne say
me das ma men ko fomisa na menchia I was say uka se china the weekend edition of Akuma Sports Timin Kai was a china Saturday
but
yadamase abuja
yes sir
it was in Haley wine so I day
no papa be friend was your friend asmadu o Kenya se na papa ne se do si feel ne yen no some do ko
e de nyame ase
ti bi se asmadu ya chia me nim se wuti ya nyame hia me se
omo
ko no bia so omo ntimi me na me dikan me se ye be bought 3 games me asan akofie oba me primary school word masa lady bi o Mili was a master obua me se ampa obua ampa eno mo aboa atra so mo ba baby anadudo na sisi se omo betimi aduru no mo adu atwam ane ne yembo omo abase yenkosi omo nanka pee bia ye declare national holiday bi e dey my boys no
ye hunu broni pen enti ofri de Fatu baby. Why?
I said
see a bruni pen. Aha. Tisi wo sabi yekrum akrokitom wo kurase wo boy abo patabi na bruni ba ho besraye na okọ na ofiri ba ho aye nhwirihwiri 87.9 Kumasi e hunu bruni pen. Okay. So Black Stars it drew round of 16. DNS say round of 16 abobida. Kofo refi World Cup we no. Ya the one step abeka ho.
Yeah.
Eti match we win afa ni e ko ba bia. Na no ye boy no.
And Sakra ni e quarter finals.
Azani akwa quarter finals. Na ede na ade a waye bi atwam na unya nduru ho bi na osan ukobaba so sese.
So we no do na anyi ani so mo betimi adu
and nti ye nya akọ se ki ja akọ ye nya akọ $100,000 ni ade nyina ombaje wo hye wa match a na qualify stay be ma qualification bonus nyina da so ye intat mbo a o mo hye one draw one but o mo je times 3 of your winning bonus
yeah
tie mo ma baso so ma ye dai
so mo timi adi adru round of 32 na ye nyin ni so mo betimi adru
no mom ka so muntimi omo
once akra bi o ko school o defense enye nwanwan
omo ko mo ka so muntimi minister na say na no sa che
nti
waje ade esi a ebe nwanwa pa se Ghana be bo World Cup final of course na no Morocco akobo semi final na ne April no Morocco akobo a Ghana record enya Africa record bi
yeah
enti deɛ na who celebrated deɛ like say first time Senegal ɛkɔhyɛ France ɔmo hyɛ na ne declare holiday o
yeah
we Senegal qualified to second round what is mampanyin say obi nkɔgye n'ani wɔ kwan so you will not do that. It's something that you have seen before. Iraq the last nation to qualify for World Cup in Japan. When you say Iraq qualify for World Cup, I'm declare 2 days of national holiday.
Yeah.
Number will be a show more the minus 12 with the one they go via.
Oh, exactly.
Why you said next time say Iraq qualify for World Cup be ma Mampanyin be declare holiday okunu. There be. When you have not seen it before, Cabo Verde qualify for World Cup when he buy. I'm draw no money Spain boy, I'm declare holiday. But and twice be no Black Stars the fact that nango for any GDA and say any ya quiet mako qualifying tea any to say the quaf corner Yanji are still your my players jeep no there be new be
okay.
If we are able to qualify to the next stage of the competition, we will thank God. Ni ekwa him. Na ya bompa say you be qualify from round of 16 and so because you qualify be that.
Yeah.
Ni ewura quarter. Na quarter na your last stop. Ni awesi be tuma ko semi ayen go da. Eno kwa ye kwa me say nya Africa record ni aye.
Yeah.
We have only equaled the record of Morocco. Na mum ye to be qualify ko final ni dia. Na ni aka say hey Ghana the Africa can franc no akwa ni mu beyond baby a na ejina na that Japan enye abasobo sembia they've done well if they get to that stage but no the fact that na me ni so mu bebrebe nje say o ko fa mediocre performance bia ba na ya ma mediocrity di etirim na fe ya budget so ni ye dede no we cannot celebrate mediocrity for one more munye bi da no. If they do that and they celebrate it, it's normal. But for us, we've seen it before, and we cannot actually celebrate a mediocrity.
Okay. Pepe Suarez. Pepe, but I say, can you say Bonon Swan, Spain, and Austria, and the boy, the live coming to the Baba, Nafi, Ebo, Dubakwa, Portugal, and so, and Croatia, and also, Yabesomo, you're the coming to the Baba. Good evening, Abishapani. I'm watching you live from Yinahini. Good luck, Ghana. More fire, Pepe Suarez. Alaji is my name, but Ghana should be careful. Miracles always happen. Okay, Alaji, yati why? Mamenya this birthday wish. Nafi, memra emepeke mokos no. Na Kabiru, famekwe. Nafi, memfa menya this birthday wish. Na yemra emepeke course no. Kaisa bonu insianso yeso yamanis for number. Yes, Nana Ken. And a birthday. And happy birthday. Radi in pa na onyo kesi. Radi man kwatinti an wadi mum. Uwo any swadi hunu pi. Nana Ken. Radi emwao.